I want to share with you today a step-by-step financial blueprint that will put you ahead of 99% of the people if you follow it regularly. I'm going to share a few principles with you today to help you generate passive income streams, even if you're not in that 1% yet. Overcoming the falsehood we've been told about money takes time. A fundamental perspective is required. Money cannot purchase pleasure. In actuality, you can buy happiness with money. In my entire life, I've never been happier or made more money. While it's true that material possessions don't bring happiness, having the ability to make your own decisions does. The flexibility to quit a job you detest and a relationship that isn't working, relocate abroad, support the people you care about is all made possible by money. Furthermore, you can purchase incredible adventures and experiences with money, and it's much better if you can do it with the people you care about. Moreover, money is sometimes demonized, as in money is the root of all evil, money changes people for the worse, you have to compromise your morals to make money. That's ridiculous because having money allows you to support a far greater number of individuals and causes than someone who lacks it. Wealth simply enables virtuous people to accomplish more good deeds. You get to choose how to use money. It's simply a tool. Being a foster home for dogs and donating to dog shelters are two of my most fulfilling activities. Without money, I could not have completed it. It's annoying, I know, but that's the way it is. You need money if you want to change the world in a significant way. Like most people, I wasn't born with financial wizardry, and I didn't receive any financial education in school. It's crazy when you think about it, isn't it? Why? Why does it function that way? The reason for this is that the educational system is set up to produce workers who would work for a firm for 40 years before retiring with a pension. Thus, one may ask, what use is financial education? Neither our parents nor our teachers could have taught us any better. I had to work as a waitress every night after school to pay my bills because my parents were unable to assist me with the cost of college. I also had to pay for my tuition and room and board. Furthermore, discussing money is frowned upon. It's weird, like to ask your pals how much money they make or how much they pay for their house. We're grateful for social media sites like YouTube and others that let us overcome the stigma of sharing financial information and learning from one another. Now, let's go into the real wealth growth tactics. The first step is realizing that money isn't simply for paying your bills and perhaps treating yourself to a trip. The realization that money can truly work for you and increase in value if you invest it was my eureka moment. We'll talk about investments a little later. But after I discovered this, I no longer felt the need to go out and spend money on pricey items that I didn't need. I concluded that purchasing that pricey bag, which I don't need, would require me to keep working at a job I dislike. It implies that I'm postponing my financial independence and my ability to relocate abroad or travel whenever I like, among other things. To live off that passive income and stop exchanging our time for money, we must possess assets that generate revenue to reach that position. It's not always the case that wealthy people are the brightest or the hardest workers. The folks who fix roads during the summer are the hardest workers. The 1% are aware that their money must work hard for them, just like a little employee, to increase their income. How can you make your money work for you is the second step. That's the purpose of investing. It could be dividend-paying equities, bonds, or rental properties. All of these assets generate consistent revenue. In addition, the value of equities and real estate appreciates by an average of 8 to 10% annually, meaning that your wealth is increasing. I frequently receive comments to the fact that even if you're trying your hardest to save money and are at a loss for what to do with it, you still don't have enough to invest. In my opinion, there is no getting around that. You will need to figure out how to increase your revenue. Especially in the current economic climate, it's extremely dangerous for us to depend just on one wage. In addition to putting us in a less dangerous position, We should acquire the skills necessary to generate additional revenue sources so that we have extra money to invest. So the next stage is to figure out how to make more money. If you're not receiving what you deserve in your current job, you may want to think about asking for a raise first. If that doesn't work, you also have the option of changing jobs or consider launching a secondary business. The simplest approach would be to offer your talents as a freelancer online, using the same skills you use in your current 9-to-5 work. In this manner, you avoid having to start from scratch and find it extremely simple. This applies to all types of jobs. Indeed, even if you work as a dentist or hairdresser, today's equivalent of the gold rush is the internet. You can make YouTube videos, ebooks, classes, one-on-one consultations, and digital goods. These days, there is simply no reason not to pursue the abundance of opportunities available to generate additional cash. If you are finding this video helpful thus far, please consider giving the channel a subscribe and following if you haven't already. Additionally, hit the notification button to gain early access to next videos. The fourth step is the most debatable. I'm simply sharing what worked for me, my journey to financial freedom, and how I ended up in this location-free lifestyle where I can live wherever I choose and enjoy the slow life that I'm enjoying. I know people have very strong emotions about whether it's better to rent or own a house. Here's the secret that I've found, but no one seems to be discussing it. Purchasing a house is truly among the worst financial decisions you can make. When I made my first real estate purchase, I was an ordinary person. I reasoned that purchasing a house would be the wise course of action. I would have probably made a different choice if I had known then what I know now. As it turned out, owning a property practically prevents you from ever becoming financially independent because it becomes very impossible to live off of your possessions. The tax advantages that come with owning rental homes are just another great benefit. The costs associated with your rental properties are deductible. Conversely, if you are a homeowner and something breaks, you are responsible for paying the repairs and cannot claim a tax exemption. I also benefit from not having to worry about rental maintenance because I live in a rental, so I win on both fronts. In my opinion, you should live wherever you like and invest in real estate where you can receive the highest return on your financial commitment. This implies to me that the majority of my rental properties are located outside of the nation where I currently reside. The nice thing about having multiple properties spread out throughout the globe is that I can choose the greatest places to maximize my return on investment. Simultaneously, I'm free to reside wherever I choose. It need not to be in the same place. I live in a place that I otherwise couldn't afford because of the rental money I receive from my home. Take a moment to consider this. How many people do you know who are making mortgage payments? And even if they don't enjoy their jobs, they're unable to resign to meet their mortgage payments. I thought to myself after seeing this, why would I put myself in a situation where I had to pay off my mortgage, which is a debt to the bank, when I could have someone else pay it off and live anywhere I wanted to? The fact is, I find it hard to believe that this is something that so many people are unaware of. In actuality, achieving financial independence has a lot more to do with your thinking and your ability to ask the proper questions and determine the answers. It's merely information that we acquire and use. You will get there one step at a time, I assure you. So quit chasing money and start chasing assets that generate more revenue. If you found this story eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights and updates. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video.